وسندنا مولانا سيدنا محمد عبده وحبيبه ورسوله أرسله الله تعالى رحمة للعالمين صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وأولاده وأزواجه وأصحابه وأتباعه خلفاء الراشدين مرشدين مهديين من بعده ووزرائه الخاملين في عهده خصوصا منهم على الأئمة خلفاء رسول الله على التحقيق أمرائه المؤمنين حضرات سيدنا أبو بكر وسيدنا عمر وسيدنا عثمان وسيدنا علي ذا الخضر الجليل وآل الصحابة والتابعين رضوان الله تعالى عليهم أجمعين يا أيها المؤمنون الحاذرون اتقوا الله تعالى وآتئوه هم محسنون.
O you believers, who's got a part of an atom-sized piece of jealousy in them will not enter paradise. It's a challenge for all human beings because it's gonna come out at last from your ego. No matter if they're poor or wealthy, strong or weak, what they have in property, everybody's got jealousy in them. Everybody is claiming something to be. I could become something. I've got weapons, I've got that, I've got muscles. I've got beautiful eyes, I have nice hair. Every human finds something in them that is bringing him to the abyss. It doesn't look good for the world, for humanity, and for humans in this world. All governments and all peoples are moving like at the speed of light, because some of them that we've got muscles, we are strong, we are tall, we've got power, and we've got weapons. Even if you had a continent full of nuclear bombs in them, what could you do with that if you don't have any permission to do them? But my boss in that country who is ruling, he's giving me permission to nuke them, so who's giving him the permission to do so? I'm a superpower, they say it may be, but what about the Almighty? You may claim that you are a superpower in this world, but above all superpowers there is an Almighty. Only when He allows it. As long as He gives permission to, and if He says stop, you all have to stop, if you want to or not. With their nuclear weapons, they say, oh, we could do something bad with you. We will surpass everything, and we will rule this world and the humanities. And they don't fear anything. They don't go against any force. They think whoever's got the force will go. Those who have the press in their hands will press them immediately. Suleiman the prophet, who was he? He was a king, and he was a prophet, a messenger of God. He's one of the great 4 emperors in this world. He could talk to the birds, and he talked to animals. He understood their language. He could order the wind. And everybody can do some magic with everything they've got. But you cannot order the wind, because the wind is only under order of God, and only those who are ruling in the name of God can order the wind to do what he pleases, as the wind will never listen to anybody else but his Lord. So with all his city and army, he was with them. And he said, only after me, Mehdi alayhi salam, who will rescue this humanity, this humankind, and who will come with the authority of the divine authority will come, and only he can save us all, because this humanity, through their arrogance and jealousy and pride, will go straight into the abyss. And Suleiman alayhi salam, such a high sultan and king, was once again on a journey to wage war, and suddenly he heard the voice of an ant, and he looked down, and he had the eyes of a Superman, and he could see even down to the level of bacteria, because he was looking with the eyes of God. He had that trait, and he could also hear with the ears of God. He's got that trait and that permission to do so. And he heard and he looked and saw a very small ant that said, "No step further, oh you crazy human." As the ant was addressing Suleiman, and it was looking at, "No step further, Suleiman, oh you crazy human. One step further, you're going to squash me. But before you're going to squash me, and I will kick your butt and you will go straight to the moon." And Suleiman said, once he heard that, I started to laugh and said, "Really? You dare to say so? You small ant you are?" Well, the ant said, among us, just my wife was just beside me. I couldn't do anything else but boast you. I had to be boasting about it. Allow me to do that. Such a boasting and such jealousy you can have display if your wife is next to you, as Allah allows that the human husband, but not to boast with his weapons and his arrogance, because he's got muscles, because he's got powers. And all the arrogance and all boasting and pride will be destroyed by the anger of God. But at first, the humans are going to destroy themselves among them. And this will also have an effect on innocent people, and they will suffer. In paradise, they will go as a reward for their suffering. But all boasters, all those who are arrogant and humans that praise themselves with the power, weapons and money, they will be destroyed by the fire of God. So don't do that to yourself. It's not allowed to dare to be mightier than the Lord himself and to be over everything else, and as arrogance and superiority is only to the Lord, because he doesn't claim. He's got proof that he is the strongest among all. Just say, "I'm just a small servant. I'm a humble servant in everything that you do, in all of your work, in your group of friends." And don't claim to be something, even among the family, even among communities. Never should claim to be someone against somebody else and be prideful and boasting and trying to lecture the other one. Allah doesn't like that. And it will come back as fire towards them. And may Allah give those who were innocent and humble and believers and pious and on the right path. The women and children, may Allah protect them from the fire of jealousy and arrogance of the bad people, and give hope. And there is hope, as Allah will, all the fire that Allah will send back the fire that they are turning on, and send them back, and give the hope that the coming days will be good days.
ألا إن أحسن الكلام وأبلغ النظام كلام الله ليك العزيز العلام كما قال الله تبارك وتعالى في كلام وإذا قرئ القرآن فاستمعوا له وانصتوا لعلكم ترحمون. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله